There is Angel Garcia himself, the father of Danny Garcia. As I like to say, the Birdman is in the house.
That's right, baby.
Angel, first of all, tell us, I got here today. How was the trip coming in? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything was perfect, man. We just got here like a couple hours ago. We're in quarantine right now at the hotel, so everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. You can't say no better.
So, I mean, what is it like? This is obviously Danny's first fight. He fought in January, so this is his first fight back dealing with this pandemic. But is there anything different that you guys have encountered being here in the bubble?
No, it's nothing different. It's just awkward, a little awkward. You know what I mean? Everything, it's a new way of living right now. It's about protocol. We got to follow protocol. That's what we're doing, keeping it perfect.
Angel, I saw you last week, but lo and behold, how excited are you for this big matchup coming up on Saturday night on FOX Sports PPV pay-per-view?
Hey, listen, I'm looking forward. Danny becoming the champion Saturday. He's going to shock the world. He did it before. He could do it again. People don't understand how great he is as a fighter. And he's ready to go, man. Saturday on December 5th. Tune in, pay-per-view. Don't miss it. Danny becomes champion all over again, baby. Trust me on this one.
Angel, Danny has been fighting at an elite level since dating back to 2012 against the likes of Eric Morales, defeated Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, been in there with some of the world's best, narrow losses to Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. But do you think that Danny doesn't get enough credit for what he's accomplished in his career?
Well, it's not new to us. He always been like that as a kid, too. When he was an amateur, he never got credit for what he did great. And when he was winning, when he was winning all these big fights years ago, people would say, oh, Danny just know how to win. They never say, oh, my God, look how great he is. Look how good he is. But it's okay, though, because Saturday morning, hey, listen, we like being the underdog. We like that. We used to, so it's okay. It's not going to kill us. It's going to make us stronger mentally. Saturday, December 5th, like I said 2 seconds ago, Danny champion again.
So, Angel, you guys use that as like bulletin board material and stuff like that? Do you guys use it as motivation? Because I've always found Danny and you to be very focused no matter who the opponent is. But does that add extra fuel to the fire for you guys?
Well, no, it don't make us angry or not like that. It just makes Danny and myself more focused to go out there and prove to the world that he's one of the best and he needs to be respected as one of the best. That's all it does. It don't make me angry because people could be what they could say whatever they want to say. It's a free country. So now like the phones and Instagram and everything, cause they can say whatever they want to say through the phones. But at the end of the day, we know that it takes a real gladiator to get in the ring. For you to talk bad about a fighter and bash him, and you never been in there, that's a big thing.
Angel, let's talk about Errol Spence on Saturday. Danny, obviously, a tremendous fight, a big opportunity for him to capture not one, but 2 world titles. In your opinion, how do you assess Errol Spence, who's undefeated and holds 2 world titles at 147?
Well, I mean, he's a good fighter. I ain't going to say he's not, because anytime a man put gloves on, you got to give him credit for that. So I got to give him credit for that. But at the end of the day, it's nothing special that we ain't seen before. We've been there before. We've seen guys tougher than him, more harder punches than him. So at the end of the day, it's nothing that he bringing to the table that's going to shock us. Because anything he brings to the table, we got to answer for it. We ain't come all the way to Texas, thousands of miles away or hundreds of miles away, to come to look at the arena like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to go out there and prove to the world that Spence, just because he's undefeated, doesn't make him better than Danny. At the end of the day, all he is undefeated. He's the champion. We give him credit. But we've been champions too. So it's not new to us. So what I see a good fighter that December 5th, Saturday, he will be with an O. He won't have a 1 there. So that O is going to go.
Angel, you mentioned about the experience, the fact that you feel like Errol Spence is something that, you guys have seen harder punchers and every style imaginable. So would you say that Danny's experience and your experience, having fought, your extensive resume, or Danny's extensive resume, is going to be a factor? The experience will be a factor on Saturday night.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a lot. It's going to come in effect. You're right about that. Because Spence, I'm not saying like I say, he's a good fighter. But listen, man, in this game, either you get made or you become. He was made a champion. Danny became a champion. We're all odds against us. So that's the difference between him and us, is that Danny wasn't pampering this game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nobody gave the guy nothing because he fought for it. So, I got to give him credit for that. But at the end of the day, it's a level in this game. And he's not in our level. He's a good fighter. He's the champion. I got to respect that. But Saturday morning, I keep saying Saturday morning. I don't know why.
You're that pumped up, Angel. I understand. I'm pumped up too.
I wanted to be here already.
But so Sunday morning you were saying.
No, I said Saturday morning.
Okay, Saturday morning. Okay.
You're my boss. You confused too.
But Angel, what you're telling me is that you think that Danny has had a more difficult road to being a world champion compared to that of Errol Spence. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. No, you're right. That's what I'm trying to say, because we didn't start with PBC. We started with Golden Boy. Great promotion, don't get me wrong. But they didn't make it easy for Danny. They didn't make it easy. Danny had to earn his money. You know what I mean? When Danny was making $6,000, I thought we made it. We grateful. So that's the difference when you had to fight for yours and earn it. He earned everything he got. He earned it. It wasn't given to him easy. He earned every bit of it. He fought hard as a young kid. He's still a young fighter. He's not an old fighter. Danny's only 32 years old. That's not old. And the thing about this game is that Danny haven't been beat up. If you look at it, he still look like he ain't even got. He look like he's not even. He look like he's 6-0. Imagine him.
Yeah.
I take care of Danny. I don't spar when he don't need to spar. He's not a spar partner. Danny fights. Only time he spars when we got camped. I take care of Danny. I don't punish him. He don't drink liquor. He don't smoke weed. He don't smoke cigarette. He don't smoke hookah. He's not a part-time athlete. He's 100%. He's dedicated to the sport. He's 100% fighter. That's what he is. Danny's he's a true fighter for the boxing world. He don't have no tattoos. He respects the game. He's a good kid. He listens. So that tells you a lot about him. If he can't be in the Hall of Fame one day, then something wrong with the sport.
Angel, I saw him come in last week during the media workout, and he came in early, and he was so, he was excited to get to training, and I saw this level of focus, because I've seen you guys quite a bit over the last, 5-6 years, but I did see a focus that's a little bit different in Danny in this fight compared to that, even in the fight with Red Catch, with Granados. Would you say that Danny's focus is the best that it's ever been in his career?
Well, yeah, he's really focused. He really wants to be a champion. He wants to show the world that he's that good. He's really Danny Garcia. This is really Danny Garcia's show. So, yeah, he's 100% focused mentally, physically, spiritually. I talk to him a lot. I talk to him for the mind. I give him advice for the mind because, a fighter sometimes gets stuck thinking. I wake him up out of them, the little thoughts that he get into. Like, I know when he's thinking, I try to wake him up, give him positive energy. We pray together. We believe in, in the big man too, because it's part of the man upstairs. This game is spiritually, physically, and mentally. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be ready, all three. It's not only physically. You can look great as a fighter, but me messed up here. And I work on that. I work on his mind a lot too. I just don't train him physically. I train him mentally and spiritually.
Angel, what would you say? You and your son have been a winning duo for a long time. What would you say is the key to your success? Like, how do you go from, or does it change? How do you go from being his dad to then being the trainer, or is it just a combination of both all the time?
Well, I know when I got to be a dad to him, and I know when I got to be a friend to him, and I know when I got to be a trainer. You know, it took years of that. It took years for me to know how to separate all that. You know, when he's at the gym, I got to respect him as a father. He is himself. He's a father. So, you know, I got to know how to separate. I got to know how to respect him in front of his friends. You know, I also could be his friend that he could talk to me about anything that he wants to talk to me about. You know, we could go party together. You know, listen, we love each other, man. That's the whole key. I know who the real star is. He's the star. That's what a lot of fighters know how to separate. I mean, the trainers and fathers, trainers and fighters and the trainers as dads don't know what to separate. Is that we not the stars. They the stars. The fighters the stars. That's why I know how to separate that. That's why there's no confusion. There's no, nothing comes in between me and him because I know how to separate that. I know how to give him the respect. He earned all this. He worked for all this. He fought for all this. It's nothing was given to him. So as a child, I prepared him mentally. I used to always tell him that. A man's got to be a listener. A man don't listen. You know, you listen because it's free. It's knowledge. It's wisdom. Suck it up. You don't got to do it. Just listen to it. Give it a chance to listen to it. And I'm glad he listened. You know what I'm saying? That's why he is who he is today, a great fighter. He's a great fighter. People don't see it. I mean, listen, we had two little setbacks, like you said, with Thurman and Porter, but we learned from that. We learned. We became better with that.
What did you guys learn in those fights, Angel? What did you learn from those experiences?
We learned from them fights was that we could have did more. You know, Danny could have did more. Nobody, no judges, nobody could have did it. He could have did it himself. And we're not going to do that no more because we learned from the mistakes. It wasn't mistakes that he got hurt, critical, nothing like that. But it was a mental thing. So, you know, we over that hump right now. So we learned from that mistake, from two mistakes. We learned from the mistakes. So we did both the same mistake twice. It's never going to happen again. And Saturday, December 5th, we're not making the mistakes. We're over that. We're going forward. We're coming like a choo-choo train on full speed.
Angel, so would you say that the knock on Danny in those two fights that you mentioned, and the only reason why I bring them up is because we're talking about them now, is that he started a little bit too slow. I know that that's Danny's game, but are we going to see more of a sense of urgency on Saturday against Errol Spence, or are we going to see, what are we going to see? Are we going to see a faster Danny Garcia?
We're going out there, we're just going to take what's ours. We're going to be smart. We're not just going to run in there like a crazy man. We're going to play skill. We're going to use the mind. We're going to use everything we train for. We're going to use our feet, our hands. We're going to go out there. We're going to dominate. We're going to how you say that, how you say that?
Be explosive?
No, not explosive. No, like when you expose somebody.
Oh, you're going to expose him?
Expose Spence. That he's not in our level. We're going to expose him. He's going to see a Danny Garcia he never seen before. They could go watch videos all they want on them Porter and Spence. I mean, Porter and Thurman. Because I know that's what they probably watching, them videos. You can watch all them videos all day. And listen, I could tell you what Danny did wrong there. He ain't do too much. But we're not going to do that no more. We learned from that. And we're going to, Saturday, December 5th, we're going to expose Spence. We're going to expose him that Danny is a better fighter than Spence any day, anywhere, any place.
Angel, Danny is known as a very smart, calculated counterpuncher with dynamite in that left hook, that laser right hand. Could you see a point in the fight, when we're talking about new things, right, when it comes to Danny, could you see a point in the fight, and is it in the mindset of Danny and the camp to try to get Errol to fight off his back foot and push him back? Could that possibly take place?
And we pushing him back. We pushing him to the side. We doing everything. We not just going to push him back. We're going to hit him. It's not about pushing him back. It's about landing shots. And we're going to give him some. Listen, when Danny start dropping leather on him, and Danny start dropping some leather, would he be able to handle it? Because he haven't been tested, really tested, the chin. I mean, Porter hit him with a couple of, good shots, but it wasn't killer shot. The thing is, when Danny hit him with some flush, when Danny flushed him, because it's going to come a moment where you're going to get hit, would you be able to respond? When somebody flush you and hit you hard, I'm talking about really hit you with some love, some tender love, with some real leather rayas on, would he be able to handle it? Because he haven't been, listen, he been hit here and there, but he haven't been hit hard, like really hard. Because Danny hit hard. I'm not bragging because he's my son. It's just he a natural puncher. You can't teach that. You can't teach power. It's something you got to be born with. And Danny's he was born with that. He's naturally strong, physically and mentally strong. So when Danny even throws a shot, sometimes he just throws it without even nothing on it. It's gonna hurt you. It's gonna sting you. Would he be able to handle that? That's the question. Will he be if it goes 12 and when we doing mano a mano, will he be able to stand there and take that leather? That's gonna be the question Saturday.
So are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? And do you want to see exchanges where Danny decides to go toe to toe with Errol Spence?
No, we're going to listen. The only way you win a fight is by punching. It's not going to be running. We're going to stand there. Anything he brings to the table, we're going to respond. We're going to hit him with combination. We're going to be smart. We're going to be dipping. We're going to make you pay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be in top of him. We're going to use the jab. We're going to do it everything. We're going to put everything in the bucket. It's not going to be no rock on turn. And I'm not saying this to hype the fight up. I'm being honest to you. I'm talking from my heart. Because we ain't come to Texas all the way out here to lose. We ain't doing that. We're leaving Texas with belts Saturday. Sundown, we going back to Sunday. Sunday morning, we're flying with the belts.
So, Angel, you mentioned about the mental standpoint. So when you're talking about this being a potentially, at times, a toe-to-toe battle, it sounds like, from what you're telling me, you're anticipating, and Danny's anticipating, a grueling physical fight. What do you do mentally to prepare Danny, aside from the physical part, to get ready for a fight of this magnitude with this potential kind of exchange and this kind of physicality on Saturday on pay-per-view?
Listen, I prepare them mentally. It's all up here. Danny right now, he's in a state of mind right now where he can fly right now, buddy. He can fly right now, buddy. I'm telling you. If I tell him go at his hotel and fly down there, he's going to do it, but I'm not going to tell him that today.
Wait until Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till Saturday, but the thing is, like I said to you 2 seconds ago, it's here, brother. And spiritually, you have to believe. It's all about believing in yourself. And I don't talk to Danny. He's no opponent. He's a champion. I talk to Danny like a true champion, because people got to understand that in the boxing world, if you get a loss or you get a bad decision, you're done. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. They got to stop doing that to the boxing world and let people think, the fans that don't know about boxing, giving them the wrong ideas about fighters. You got it. Just because you get one bad decision, 2 bad, doesn't make you a bad fighter. You're still great. Because if you look back, all them great fighters, Tommy Hill, Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar, they all fought young. Camacho, they all fought young with each other. And they still great fighters to the day. They legends.
So, Angel, you know what I mean? What does it mean for Danny to be main eventing? This is his first pay-per-view main eventing, Have you guys talked about it? You guys have fought on big cards before and been main event on network television through and through all over again. But this is his first time main eventing on pay-per-view. Have you guys talked about it? And what does this mean to Danny? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to the entire Garcia family?
Well, the thing is that it's probably the pay-per-view main event, but we've been on the floor. Remember Floyd and Matisse, 94 Matisse?
Yep.
And that was like a card in his own, because we had our own media, our own press conference. We wasn't together with Floyd. They separated. It was like two major cards on that. It was like two elite fighters on that card.
Yeah, like two main events.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not the first time. We've been around big crowds like this. All it changes is the pay-per-view. That's all.
I understand.
That's all it changes. Just them 3 letter letters. Just them 3 letter letters. If people want to see a great fight, they just got to pay now.
Well, I know.
I mean, if you're a true boxing fan, that shouldn't bother you. If you can enter the fights on this weekend, then you should buy the Danny Garcia fight.
Well, I think this is evident that this is an
going to be
amazing
one of the
fight.
best fights. This is going to bring everybody out this Corona, this COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's going to wake everybody and give people hope. There is still hope. Okay, Saturday, December 5th, people got to tune in. Go spend that, whatever it costs. Don't worry about it. Everything will be all right. So go buy your pay-per-view, Danny Garcia versus Spence. Go buy it, sit back, get some popcorn, enjoy the show. Because the Danny Garcia show is in town. In Houston, Texas. In Dallas, Texas. We're in town. The only thing, we don't got no elephants or zebras or none of that. It's just we purging. Saturday, December 5th, we purging, baby. We here. Where you at?
Being from Philadelphia, now you're here in Dallas. Do you almost feel like, do you thrive being in enemy territory? Because we are in the hometown of Errol Spence. It's well documented, the NFC East rivalry with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Do you thrive on being in enemy territory and fighting Spence in his backyard?
Yeah, listen, we love coming to our enemy territory, but we're going to plant the flag. We're going to plant the flag when we win W. We're going to leave a big flag behind, Philadelphia flag. Look, we was here. We here, now we gone. We left our name to carry on, baby.
Angel, how proud is Danny, and I know you are you have it oozing out of your veins, of being Puerto Rican, of following in the footsteps of the great Puerto Rican fighters. That's something that I know you've taught Danny since he was very young.
Exactly. I told Danny, listen, we Latinos no matter what. You know what I mean? We came to America. My family came here when I was 6 years old to look for better living. You know what I'm saying? Because, we was poor. I came from, when Puerto Rico was Puerto Rico. It wasn't Americanized like it is today. And it taught me to be a hard worker. My family came here to work, and I passed that down to them. Hard work pays off. Nothing falls from the sky. And us Latinos, we work hard. You know what I'm saying? We work hard, buddy. We Mexican, Puerto Rican, we all work hard. All Latinos work hard. So I taught them hard work pays off, dedication. Nothing ever fall from the sky. Don't ever sit back and feel pity because your neighbor's not giving you a little bit of salt. Go out there and earn it. Okay? If you got children, you bring kids to this world, don't worry about it, because don't get mad at your family because they're not giving you nothing to eat. You chose to have fun and bring them. That's your job. So hard work pays off. That's why I told Danny to be a hard Latino when we can get our respect in this country. Because us Latinos, we don't got no respect in this country. Okay? So we need to open these doors up for our Latinos, all Latinos. We should have one flag floating so we can be one big nation. You know what I'm saying? But I think I will never see that. But I never thought I was going to see Corona either.
Yeah, well, this is a strange world we're living in. Final 2 questions for you, Angel. What does PBC and Al Heyman mean to Danny, to you, and to your entire family?
Hey, listen, man. I love Al, man. Al Heyman, I love him, man. We've been loyal. We've been here from the beginning with PBC and Al Heyman. They've been loyal to us. We've been loyal to them, man. We loyal people. They like family. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I can't thank Al no more than I give my life for Al Heyman. That's how, he changed our life. You know, you got thousands of fighters out there, thousands of them that can fight. But it's the ones with the good people that make it. You know, you still got to fight too, don't get me wrong. You know, you still got to fight. But, you know, we didn't start with Al Heyman, but if we would have started with Al Heyman from the beginning, shit, listen, we would have been already like probably $200 million rich.
Jeez. Well, Danny's doing pretty well. You guys are doing pretty well. Trust me. I was at your gym and saw the whole compound and everything. You guys are living well. I mean, those silk chicks must be nice.
Thank you, sir. Danny's good. He did his thing. He saved his money. That's important too. You know, man, got to save for rainy days. You know, you just can't have $100 and blow them. You got to save at least 25 adds up. You know, you got to save for rainy days, my friend. Because the day it rains hard and you can't go out to feed your family, then you should have thought about that. So it's always good to save a little bit of money. You don't have to be rich, but you need to be comfortable.
That's so true. And finally, Angel, December 5, this upcoming Saturday, for people that are going to tune in to watch Errol Spence and your son, Danny Garcia, what can they expect, Angel, on Saturday?
Hey, listen, tune in. Like I said, go get your popcorn, sit down, you know, get comfortable with your family. Nothing else to do but to get comfortable on your sofa. And let's explosive. Danny Garcia's in town. The Danny Garcia show is in town. You're going to suspect Danny go out there and become world champion again, baby. Don't miss it. I'm telling you, don't miss it. Please don't miss it. And I'm not begging you to watch. I'm just telling you not to miss it.
How does the fight end, Angel?
Hey, listen, man, if Danny start dropping leather on Spence, I say 7th round, Spence. He's up and he's not coming out.
7th round, you say?
Yeah, Danny knocking him out.
Angel, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you at the press conference tomorrow, my friend. Have a good one.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
The Birdman in the house.